Hello, welcome to Weekend Watch. It's been a while since you and I have been on one of these together.
We have, busy time around the holidays, and so it's been a few weeks. But the weekend still comes every week, whether or not you or I are here.
That's true. There's always a weekend.
There is, which is good.
Buckle up, it comes for us all.
Yep, pretty much. And that's, again, good news. It's the holiday season. Getting into it, and so this is the first real weekend of December. Last weekend was the last weekend of November, and so this one is a big one. There's a lot going on around Eastern Iowa as those holiday events really ramp up and get going. And so there's a lot to cover and a lot of weather potentially to cover too.
This is an exciting weekend because I think this is when everyone turns the Christmas trees on in the parks and all the lights are on. Yeah. I saw some of the holiday lights in Nubo were already on last week, and I was so excited. I love a light display.
Me too.
I'm a sucker for some big holiday stuff.
Yep. Or did your family drive around and look at lights, or did you just absorb them as you went by?
We absolutely did dedicated drives for the lights.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, every year. I love holiday lights at the lake in Johnson County.
I've never been. I should go sometime.
Really?
One time I tried to go and it was too windy. They had it closed down.
No.
It was very windy.
That's my favorite
to be fair,
stop.
They were right to do it because it was very windy.
You know, TV Night's Emily Shrod likes to do the walkthrough of that place, I guess on Wednesdays?
Yeah,
don't quote me on that.
They do have a walking day.
Yeah, they have a walking day.
That'd be fun too.
She's so brave. I feel like that would be so cold. But maybe.
Some days
fun.
aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take pictures and stuff. That'd be fun.
That's true. Maybe this year we'll do walking.
Indeed. Maybe. Do you still drive around and look at lights?
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yep. Still fun. Still a good time.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the weather.
It's so pretty.
It is.
I suppose. Let's talk about the weather.
Yes, and so we do have this weekend at least an opportunity for some more precipitation, and you know how that does. It enhances our light displays a little bit. It always helps to have a little fresh snow out there, and we could have a little bit more. Now, right now, our opportunity for precipitation comes tomorrow in the immediate future. We're actually on the warm side of an area of high pressure, and a warm front is coming. So we're going to see temperatures warm for tomorrow.
Ooh.
Today was pretty cold. The morning was very cold.
Oh, it was brutal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, as cold as it needs to be this time of year, record cold. Certainly, let's not repeat it again. And we will not tomorrow morning. So this evening, things are quiet around Eastern Iowa, and will actually be warmer by daybreak than we will be by the time you go to bed. It's one of those things where things will be improving as we go through the night. But as we go through the day on Friday, skies will actually turn cloudier as a disturbance passes right along the northern edge of the state. And so most of the precipitation will be falling well off to the north. We're talking up here in portions of southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Far northern Iowa, though, notice that some of that blue tends to trickle down toward the Highway 20 corridor. Yeah, we're talking light stuff, though.
Okay.
Not much to worry about. We're going to see.
Not like last weekend.
No, not at all. At least not on Friday. That's as this little disturbance moves through. It doesn't have a ton of moisture. Winds will shift behind it, but we're not actually going to see temperatures turn that much colder behind it either. So Friday, looking to be in pretty good shape. The weather shouldn't be too much of a concern for whatever you might have going on across Eastern Iowa, the initial stages of your weekend.
A slight reprieve, although I don't think my winter parka is getting switched out anytime soon. I think it's here to stay.
Fair, and nor should it, because even as we go through the weekend, this is kind of an overview. One of the events going on this weekend is Santa Village out at Hawkeye Downs. Temperatures
Santa Village
will be right
that
around.
Makes it sound like there's lots of Santas.
I think there may be. You may have to go and find out. Temperatures hanging around 30 degrees for highs Friday and Saturday. Colder on Sunday. On the backside of the storm system that brings us a snow chance, kind of plopped right in the middle of Saturday and Sunday. You've got those snow icons on both days, but it doesn't look like either is going to be that snowy. In fact, Saturday, much of it dry.
Oh.
So if you have anything planned during the daytime hours, it should be snow-free. And even the early evening, it looks like snow will not be there. It's later in the day once things start to cloud up and snow will move in from the northwest. It's going to be a process. So if you have plans on Saturday, I would not cancel them at this point because watch our snow coming in. This is 3 o'clock on Saturday. We may still have a little bit of sunshine around eastern Iowa and portions to the east headed over towards Chicago and the Great Lakes. Generally looking relatively quiet except for this one storm system. You can see it there. The swirl in the winds and the area of low pressure off to our west and southwest. So that puts us in the area where precipitation is a bit more likely as it tracks to our southwest. Remember how I said Friday it's going to be right along the border up north?
Yes. Oh, this is getting everywhere.
Yeah, this time instead
it's coming for the whole state.
Yeah, pretty much. This time it's to our southwest.
Kind of just our state.
Yeah, kind of.
Very Iowa-targeted storm.
It's an Iowa-centric little burst of snow for sure. So notice that by 9 o'clock in the evening, we're talking our western and northwestern counties and maybe as far east as about Cedar Rapids, Iowa City. So it's very similar in terms of the start time. Remember last week on Friday, it kind of started late on Friday evening, a little bit of light snow before you may have gone to bed.
Right before bed. And then time didn't pass at all until Sunday morning when it stopped.
Yes, but the difference is how long this is going to last and how much moisture it has as a result. So by midnight on Sunday, we're really in the thick of it here in terms of having the best chance for a little bit of snow. But remember how I said don't cancel your Saturday plans?
I do remember.
Good, because that was just
positive.
A few minutes ago, so I'm glad that you were able to latch onto that.
I'm a little worried now.
No. And don't cancel your Sunday plans either.
Oh, okay. I thought that's where that was going.
No, the point is that
you were going to say.
We're bringing us back to the very large list of events we have going on around Eastern Iowa
Saturday?
this weekend. Yeah, starting especially on Saturday.
On Saturday, there are horse-drawn carriage rides.
Yes, and one of the things going on Saturday, as you said.
Oh, it is the tree lighting.
This weekend.
I didn't know you were going to bring this up.
Cedar Rapids.
We're just so in sync.
Yep, Green Square. The tree will be lit as the sun sets.
Look at, oh wow, I love this graphic.
Yes, a lot of fun. And that's what the experience will be there too. Have you seen the tree? Have you gone by Green Square?
Is it up?
It is up, it just hasn't been turned on.
Okay, I will drive by on my way home. I did not notice the tree.
Yes, the tree is there. And the little decorations that they have on the ground and sort of around,
cute.
Those are lit. Or at least they were last night as I was driving by. But the tree...
Maybe that was an accident. That was
might
a
have
test.
been. Might have been. But the tree was not on. So
Okay.
that you still have to wait till Saturday. There are other things going on in and around the lighting event. It's from 4:30 to 6:30. Not that bad. 24 and cloudy. I mean, it's chilly. You'll want to bundle up.
Bundle up, but
it's not freezing.
not actively snowing, not awful.
And you should be able to get to and from without snow occurring.
I don't see a negative symbol there,
Correct.
so that seems like a good.
That's a positive, as you may
say.
One of the other items that we have on Saturday is out at Bass Farms near Mount Vernon.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute place.
Santa at the farm. Yeah, they always have a lot of stuff going on out there.
I love their fall stuff.
Mm-hmm. They do a big deal out at fall, and they do other stuff around the calendar as well. And this is one of them. 10 to 4, get a photo with Santa, who's going to be out there. They also have samples of wine, jams and jellies. They've got local honey, as always. Pickled things.
Okay, so they actually, let me talk about this for a second.
Okay, well, we better just have everyone see
I
you talk about it.
went to Bass Farms with one of my best friends, and I'd never gone inside their little store before, and she very much wanted to go in. So we went in the little store. We were going for pumpkins. We ended up in the store.
Yeah.
And she found a jar of pickled garlic in there.
Oh, okay.
And I had never tried pickled garlic. I'm actually generally averse to most pickled things. I don't like pickles. I've never
It's very
been
polarizing.
adventurous with
People love pickled stuff or they
things.
hate it.
She bought this jar of pickled garlic. We ate the whole thing. And we have continued to go back to buy. I have a jar of pickled garlic on my counter right now.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. And I have not given any other pickled thing a chance since then.
Well, I'm glad that I'm glad you both ate it together so you could want to be around each other. Because I feel like that's going to be some bad breath for sure.
It was a bonding experience.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. And it was delicious.
Okay, great.
Positive pickling experience.
Well, they have that at Bass Farms this weekend, 10 to 4.
I'll have to go back and get more.
And they've got Santa too. Another place you can visit, up in Waterloo, the Grout Historic Houses up there. It's called Christmas at Russell Square. So this is a little bit later in the evening. So if you're not going to be able to make it down to the Cedar Rapids area just for the tree lining, or perhaps you live up in the Blackhawk County or our northwest counties up in the CV9 viewing area, you can check out some of those historic houses from the Grout District, and you can see them decorated for the season. It's always fun to check out when they decorate those older houses. Cedar
Those
Rapids
yeah.
is known for its Bruce Moore displays, and the History Center in Cedar Rapids does some stuff too. So those are always fun. And up in Waterloo, they've got that going. Treats, crafts, and more as well. Treats are always a big part of these types of things for me.
Treats are huge. Do you have a favorite Christmas winter treat?
Sugar cookies are always good.
The
Decorated
classic
sugar
sugar
cookies,
cookie.
love it. Yep,
That's a good one.
Can and will eat many. This weekend is also the Christmas tree walk in Solon. United Methodist Church there in town. Again, more of a daytime focused event, 10 to 3. They've got baked goods, craft sale as well. A basket auction, which I assume
Ooh.
I'm going to go on a limb and say it's probably baskets of gifts, not just baskets, but I could be wrong.
No, yeah, probably baskets filled with things.
They could be really high quality baskets. I'm
That's
not
true.
sure.
Some baskets are really nice.
I know. Scavenger hunt also involved too,
Oh,
and
that's
Santa
exciting.
will be there as well. So if you can't make it to Bass Farms, he's a busy guy this time of year.
Yes.
You can also catch him between 12:30 and 2:30 out at Solon at the United Methodist Church. So that is another fun thing going on this weekend, and that's a short list. We don't have time to cover
Yeah.
all of them here. So check your local neighborhood. You can find a lot of events online if you search. Pretty easy, just search for your town and holiday events or events this weekend or whatever, and you'll come up with stuff. There is a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, the horse-drawn carriages I mentioned, I believe that's 9 to noon in Czech Village in Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
I
said, look for Becky there.
Man,
She
that
might
just
be
sounds
there.
really cool. I don't know. That sounds really cool.
Have you ever been on a horse-drawn carriage?
I was going to say, yes, on a horse. I don't think I've ever been in a horse-drawn carriage.
I don't think I have either. Now that I've asked it.
I see them in like Times Square in New York.
TV, movies.
TV, every
Yep, every holiday
Christmas movie that's every Hallmark Christmas movie that's ever been written.
Yep,
Horse-drawn carriage.
totally.
So magical, perhaps this weekend.
Could be.
For you.
Well, especially if it's when the fresh snow has fallen. But that snow again later Saturday night into Sunday. So your Sunday look has that snow ending pretty early. So most of the day again is looking pretty dry. Now because temperatures will be cold enough and the snow kind of ends just a little bit before daybreak, those slick roads because of the snow could be hanging around a little bit. Your Sunday morning could be a little slippery around parts of eastern Iowa. But after that, a little dose of cold air again. Monday morning. I'm sorry. Monday morning looks like it could be starting off the following work and school week with below zero temperatures again. Just by a little bit, not by quite the. We're not going to set records this time around, but below zero wind chills at least to start. But we'll bounce back pretty quickly. So
Did we hit a record?
We did today. 11 below in Cedar Rapids, which blew by 5 below is the previous record. So let's wind it back here to midnight.
Okay.
We left you with the thick of the snow happening by then. The event does wrap up by about 3 or 4 o'clock. Notice that the snow really does start to move to the east. Again, it really does mostly fall across the state of Iowa in a northwest to southeast pattern, and most of the rest of the day is pretty quiet. An area of high pressure will be actually building in from the north, and so that's part of the reason why we're going to see those cold conditions again as that moves overhead. In terms of snowfall accumulation, the best chance is in the purplish area here, lighter amounts on either side of it, and so yeah, TV9 viewing area, pretty much the entire state, and the TV9 viewing area too. It does look like pretty much everyone's going to see at least a little bit. In terms of snowfall amounts, yeah, we're still talking about at least a couple inches, but remember at least what we're probably going to end up with later this evening. We'll have our first snowfall forecast tonight on the TV9 News at 10. We're probably talking about a pretty broad area of 1 to 3 inches and maybe a little bit more in the northwest portion of the viewing area. Tune in, find out. You can also find it online too later this evening after we get the last bit of data that we can before we start putting our necks on the line there. So that will be perhaps what we're facing. Remember, last weekend we were talking 8 to 14. So this is a vast difference in terms of impact and scale. We will add to our snow, but it won't be quite as extreme, which is fine. The snow will also be a little bit fluffier because it's going to be a little colder generally, so it won't be that heaviest wet stuff that we saw for most of the snow last weekend. And also, it's more like 8 to 12 hours of the time where we could see snow instead of last weekend's where it was like 24 to 30 hours of snow falling.
That really felt like...
It was long. That's a long duration time for snow to be falling.
That was insane.
It was. And that's why we end up with so much.
Yeah. So fluffier snow, so maybe not like fluffy snow's not snowball snow.
Correct, and it's a little easier to shovel and generally a little bit easier just to get out of the way. Now when winds pick up a little bit on Sunday afternoon, ushering in that colder air, a little bit of it may blow around a bit, so that may prolong those road condition worries, about, especially in rural areas. So I wouldn't cancel your Sunday plans. But
just be careful Sunday morning.
Especially, early on, and if you do have to travel over the road, so over between cities and rural areas where you have those open areas that could blow around a bit, or just a little more lesser traveled, always a little more difficult to clear too.
Yeah. Once we get through this weekend, we have something very exciting coming up Monday. We have the First Alert Winter Ready special that airs on streaming Monday at 6:30. So what can people kind of expect from this special?
Well, it's sort of a winter preview to some degree, so we're going to have a look at what to expect for the rest of the winter. We're not going to get into exact specifics. We're not going to say, how many inches of snow.
On January 8th, we will get 3 inches of snow.
That's a fool's errand at this point. But we can talk about the general pattern and what the trends are, how La Nina influences our winter weather forecast, because we are in that phase of that La Nina, El Nino combination. And so that does have some effects on the big overall scale of weather here in the Northern Hemisphere. AJ is going to take a look at some of the effects of climate change on how our winters have changed. It's one of the seasons that's changed the most rapidly across the globe, so he's going to look at that. And we're going to have so much more, too. It's going to be a lot of stuff, good information. Team's been working on it for a few weeks now, and so we really encourage you to join us. It's Monday, 6:30, right here where you're watching us right now.
All right. Thank you so much, Corey, for a look at the weekend. And again, yes, Monday night, tune in for First Alert Winter Ready.
Yes.
Have a great evening.